Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? Everybody doing okay tonight? Welcome to the Friday Night Live. I see all my peeps in here tonight. How's y'all been doing? I hope she's been doing so good. I want to make a shout out to Cool Gamer and Brown Bear Jamboree and Miss Hillbilly 29. Patsy Russell and Vicky, Michelle Tucker, Zigzag, um, Audrey P, Sleepless, Shelly, Diamond Creations, Crooked Arrow, Mama Bear 2, Jane, Susie, Lucky Charms, Debbie Nelson, Jennifer Watts, Jack, Kiki I, E-Man, Alaskan Girl, My Three Sons. See who else we got. Lady 7 up in here. Lisa Mounts, Jane, Debbie Nelson, Zigzag, Alice, Dame. Hello, beautiful Dame. Tree, Haley, Angel Loader, Rain Girl, MC Lick, Juju. See who else we got. Vicky. Let's see. Hope I'm not forgetting anybody, you all. Susie Spears. Let's see. Rain Girl, Debbie. I think that's all we got right now. I hope I'm not forgetting any of you guys. Juju. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about the unaliving of Rachel Morin. I hope you guys, hello Louisiana Proud. How are you? I hope you guys are familiar with her story. This is her. She is a mother, a 37-year-old mother of five who went hiking one day and never came back. Okay, let's see here. She went hiking down this trail after her boyfriend dropped her off at 4 p.m. at her house. She decided to go hiking, and after a couple hours, he couldn't get a hold of her, so he called 911 and they did a search on her. Now, this story gets twisted. She was found unalive. If any of y'all are familiar with this story, how many in here is familiar with this story? Hey, Sun King, how are you? Hey, Crystal Bambridge. I find this story very interesting. And so that's why we're going to talk about it tonight. Susie Spears. Are y'all familiar with this story? It's actually a really sad story because she leaves behind five children, and there could possibly now, with new news coming out, there could possibly be a serial unaliver. I'm going to say that because I don't want to get flagged in this case. And I'm going to show you all that too. Y'all are familiar with the story? Okay. So they said, just a little cap, she went hiking, and I think it was the next day they found her in one of these tunnels here. And they said that, well, one of the people that allegedly saw her and found her in this tunnel said that she had severe facial and head trauma, almost to the point to where people did not want to identify her. Now, this is just speculation, um, but it's very disturbing. Life is so strange and heartbreaking. I feel terrible for her. It was brutal. Yes, it was almost like personal. It's almost personal for somebody to do that. Now, they're not saying whether or not this lady has been SA'd or anything, but they did find DNA. And first, they had their eyes on her new boyfriend, who does have a criminal record. But since the press conference, never go hiking without firearm. Well, hey, Fonda Cheese Man, she was a beautiful lady. Hey, Bella Star. Well, the thing is that she'd been hiking so many other times before this, and they never. It was her friends that found her. Well, there was another man that said he found her. Maybe they were like distance friends or something from her. I'm not for sure, but we're going to be bringing this up. I'm going to be bringing up and showing you the press conference. I heard she walked these trails every day. Yes, she had walked the trails every day. And so hang on y'all. Save this on my thing. So whoever it was has allegedly saw her. But there was a press conference done and new DNA was found. And the DNA that was found links to well, another male, a Hispanic male in Los Angeles, California, who possibly, well, was linked to a SA in a young girl. So we're going to go over all that. I just want to say if y'all have not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you've not liked that button, hit that big old like button. If you would like to become a member of the Critters Crime family, hit that membership and join us tonight. And also, hey Myrtle Burke, if it was it on the Appalachian Trail? I don't think it was. I don't know. It was a trail that she um, did this. But anyway, if you've not subscribed to my Daisy Cow channel, there will be a link in the chat. My mods will put that out if you would like to go over there and sub up to that, where you will see the behind the scenes about Daisy Cow and everything else on there. Hey, God's girl, how are you? So I'm going to go ahead and bring up this video from 10 to Life. Credit to 10 to Life for this commentary. I'm going to skip through a little bit of this because she does talk about her, but I just want to play the part. Let's see. I don't want to play the part like where she. Let's just go right to the. First, we'll play the interview guy. That. There. Let's play this part here.
Found Rachel's body, but they were seemingly
okay. Let's go back to where they found her.
Relationship based on the photos that were being posted.
Boyfriend, you got.
However, the Waltz family, who she worked for, said that she seemed distracted that week, which would make sense with the excitement of a new relationship and being engulfed in that and wanting to text and talk all the time. That makes sense. Now, allegedly, her boyfriend Richard later claimed that they did go to the gym together before he dropped her off around 4:50 p.m. After that, Rachel had seemingly decided to go for a hike at the Ma and Pa Trail around 6:30 p.m. The Ma and Pa Trail is a trail that Rachel had gone to many times before. She had frequented it, and according to her brother, she had previously ran that trail in 42 minutes. But after going there, Rachel never came home. At 11:23 p.m., Richard called 911 to report Rachel as missing after not being able to get a hold of her. He told officers that he had found her car right by the entrance of the trail, so the investigation started immediately. Rachel's car was towed by police to be processed for potential evidence, and the investigation was fully underway. Now, with the population of Bel Air only being just a little over 10,000 people, it is definitely a small town. And people have reported it to be a very...
So let's skip to the part.
And around 1 p.m. the next day, August 6th, a 911 call was made by one of those people searching. The caller let law enforcement know that Rachel had been found and that she was deceased. Now, based on the call and the details of the discovery, it was apparently very clear that this was now a homicide case. So law enforcement held a press conference just a few hours later to let people know that they had in fact found Rachel's body. But they were seemingly being very careful about what information to share, as it was and is an open investigation.
And it's speculated.
However, Michael Gabrinsky, the man who claimed to be the one to find Rachel and the man who called.
So this guy claims that he found Rachel, and he claims other stuff.
911 quickly began talking to news outlets about the discovery of Rachel's body. This local man by the name of Michael Gabrinsky had reportedly joined the search along with his stepdaughter Cecilia, who was reportedly friends with Rachel, and also her friend Evan. So Michael had said that they had decided to check 2 drainage tunnels on the trail in Hartford County after they had noticed disturbances on the ground close to the track where Rachel had taken a walk that night. And when they approached the tunnel, they made that horrifying discovery. According to Michael, Rachel was laying on her back, fully naked, and she had brutal head trauma. And he said as though it looked like her head had been smashed in with a rock. He went on to say that there was a 15 to 20 foot blood trail, and it looked like she had been beaten and dragged into that position she was found in.
Wow.
Michael suggested that due to the facial injuries, it appeared as if whoever killed Rachel was trying to erase her identity, saying that the entire right side of her face was gone.
But to me, I want to stop this for just a second. So y'all are saying it was his daughter that found her? So that's why the law enforcement said he didn't find her, but they had a closed casket. So evidently what he was saying about it was true. And y'all, that sounds like to me very personal. Like this guy knew her. For him to want to, hey, Miss Chewy, for him to want to unalive her like that, that makes me think that that makes me think that, you know, that this was a much more personal for him to want to destroy her looks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So we're going to continue on with this story because they all thought it was the boyfriend, but new DNA and a new press conference showed different. Okay. So I'm going to go to the press conference. This is a statement that the boyfriend put out.
It came from a place of malice or that he was trying to cover up something. It just appeared very genuine to me when I first read it. Up until now, police have not said whether Rachel was targeted or the crime was random, and there have been no...
Yeah, the police is being very, very tight-knit. So here's the press conference. So I'm going to play that and let y'all hear. But they're being very, very tight-lipped about it.
All right, everyone. Good evening. I just want to apologize for the rescheduling. We had a lead come in at 3 o'clock that we needed to run down before we did this press conference. As of right now, that lead hasn't panned out for us, but we're still out there investigating it. So that's why we had to postpone this press conference. So first off, I just want to start off by saying thank you for coming out tonight. I am Colonel William Davis, Chief Deputy of the Hartford County Sheriff's Office. I know this briefing comes in late in the day, but last night we received critical pieces of information, and our detectives have been working throughout the night and today running down our new leads. Once the new evidence came to light, Sheriff Gaylor was adamant that we needed to inform our community as soon as possible, and that's why we're here tonight. As you know, since Saturday, August 5th, 12 days ago, the Hartford County Sheriff's Office has been working around the clock to get justice for Rachel Morin and hopefully bring peace to her family. Since that first day, over 300 community tips have flooded our inboxes and emails. Her death has grabbed local, state, national, and international headlines, everyone with the same goal: find the killer and bring justice to Rachel. DNA evidence is part of nearly every modern day investigation, and in Rachel's case, DNA evidence was collected by our Forensic Services Unit. That DNA was analyzed by the Maryland State Police, and it was ran through the National CODIS system. This DNA evidence has come back as a match, tied to a home invasion and an assault of a young girl in Los Angeles this past March. Unfortunately, that suspect has not been positively identified but he did leave behind his DNA. Based on the DNA evidence, we consider the individual in the video we obtained from the Los Angeles Police Department and that we are about to show you on our TV screens to be the person that murdered Rachel Morin on August 5th. So we're now going to show the video. And just so everyone's aware, this video, after this press conference, this video will be posted on our social media.
He's leaving this young girl's home that he just attacked, you all. This is in Los Angeles, California. The DNA led back to
All right, you want to play it one more time?
Absolutely, Dame. I agree.
Okay. When you're ready, we're going to post it on our social media.
He never did go to
Based
jail.
on our analysis of
him.
this video and witness observations, we believe the suspect to be approximately 5'9", 160 pounds, and of Hispanic descent. If you have any information about this suspect, we are asking you to please call our detectives at our tip line. And the tip line number is 410-836-7788. And we've also established a dedicated tip email address, and that email address is rmtips@harfordsheriff.org. Again, that's RM as in Rachel Morin tips at harfordsheriff.org. We want to make it clear that we believe the suspect acted alone, and he doesn't represent the entire Hispanic community of Harford County, who we are now partnering with to identify this suspect. I know I can speak for the sheriff when I say we are immensely proud of this community. Our community will not be defined by this tragedy. Our community is one that will work together to get the job done and bring this suspect to justice. In the meantime, in the light of this new evidence, I urge our citizens to use caution while walking on our trails and throughout our community. Be alert, walk with a friend, don't allow yourself.
I don't know about who it was that was at the door. It could have been that little girl after he assaulted her. I don't know, but they refer to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. I will show you another interview here in just a minute with Court TV, but he did attack another young girl. They don't specify what age she was, but that could have been her at the door with him leaving her home. He may have just assaulted her. I'm not for sure, but I asked myself that same question too. Here we go.
To be distracted by your cell phone or headphones. And finally, if you see something that makes you feel uncomfortable or that you think is suspicious, act on those instincts and call 911. And lastly, we will continue our increased presence on the Mom Pod Trail. And now I'll open it up to questions.
Colonel, do you have any other details on what happened in Los Angeles, exactly where, or anything about what this person did there?
So when it comes to the details about Los Angeles, that's information that the Los Angeles Police Department has, and we were just going to refer people to the Los Angeles Police Department to get those details. Only thing I can tell you is an attack on a young girl.
Any word about a possible motive, like was Rachel missing any money or anything like that?
So we are not going to talk about the crime scene at this time because, as I've said in previous interviews, we don't want to talk about the crime scene or what happened at the crime scene because once we catch this person, we want to make sure we got the right person. And the only people that know what happened at that crime scene when we catch the person is us and that suspect. So we're not giving any details about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Again,
good job.
Come across what led you to this particular suspect, this person?
So we collected DNA from our crime scene. The Maryland State Police analyzed that DNA for us, ran it through the.
Nothing makes them happier than the farmer's dog. We're putting a link in the video description for.
And that came back as a match to the crime that occurred in Los Angeles, where they had recovered DNA from this person that you saw in the video.
The video that we watched, tell us.
Hello, Jane.
Los Angeles Police released it to you, but what is it? Is it at his home? Is it at a scene of a crime?
That is at a home, and that is the suspect leaving the home, the scene
Hello,
of the crime.
Robin.
That was a home invasion and assault.
Correct.
Of a little girl, is that what you said?
A young girl. So I'm going to leave it at a young girl. I don't want to talk about the family there, but it was a young girl in the house that got assaulted.
What does this do to the case, Colonel? You have an image now of the person you think is believed to be
Correct.
responsible for this. What does that do for the case?
Well, I think now it kind of leads us down the path that we believe this was a person that Rachel probably didn't know. Maybe you could say potentially a random act of violence. And we're hoping that the community now can watch that video. And we also got still pictures that we're going to be putting out and that somebody can identify him.
Do you think this was totally to a certain area? Do you think he could still be like somewhere on the mountain?
We don't have any clue where he could be. We don't even know if he's still in Harford County or in the state of Maryland, because obviously in March he was in California, and then here in August he was here in Maryland. So we don't know if he's still here or not.
Do you have any evidence that he was targeting people along that trail, or do you believe this was, completely random?
I'd only be speculating. We do not know.
Do you think he maybe armed?
Again, speculation.
You describe him, Colonel, as 5'9", 160, Hispanic male. Do we have an approximate age? Or?
Oh, yeah. We believe he's in his low to mid 20s.
Do you have a date for when the Los Angeles invasion happened?
I'm just going to put out that it was in March. That the Los Angeles Police Department knows that we're doing this press conference. So if you called them, they would probably be able to give you that information.
How rare is this to have a DNA hit from the other side of the country? And, talk about that whole process and how that worked.
I mean, this is the first time I've seen a hit in a case that I've been involved in that was that far away for a DNA hit. So I wouldn't say that it's unheard of, but certainly unusual. No, that's what we're looking for. We don't know. We know nothing more about him other than he was in LA and committed that crime in March, and he was here in August and is the murderer. We believe to be the murderer of Rachel Morin.
To follow up on that question, you identified him through DNA evidence through this database. So there's no name associated with that?
No. There's no name associated because it's just evidence from a crime that was submitted. And his DNA on it, like being arrested and getting DNA, that none of that is in the system. However, we are working with, we have called the FBI.
They are working with the FBI, but I do want to say, I wonder if this guy is a legal citizen. He could be very much not legal, and that might be why they're having a hard time finding his DNA. But it's almost like a serial killer to me. Here we go.
FBI, and we are working with some of their DNA experts in their crime lab that try to help us further analyze this DNA.
Without compromising the investigation, can you tell us, Rachel was found.
Correct.
And it was determined that it was a homicide.
Correct.
Was there trauma? Was she beaten? What was the nature of the homicide?
All we've said so far, and I think we're going to leave it at that, is that it was a violent attack.
What's your message to the relationship at all between Rachel and the suspect?
Well, again, we just got this information last night. Not that we have been able to determine yet that we don't know of any relationship or that they were known to each other before this incident. So I can't really say, but right now, no.
Obviously, this is.
He obviously was on that trail.
Absolutely.
Out here just murdered someone. What's your message to the community? Obviously, people are scared.
Yeah, we want our community to be vigilant. Obviously, the Mom Pa Trail has been opened since the day after Rachel was discovered. We have a very large amount of deployment on the Mom Pa Trail. We are going to continue that deployment until either this person is caught or we believe he's not in the area anymore. But our plan is to be vigilant for our community. Our community has been just tremendous with the support they give us and trying to figure out what's going on and calling in tips. And we're hoping that maybe even people from LA will see this interview and see that this person committed that crime there, and maybe somebody knows him. We believe and we hope that somebody who actually knows this suspect is in the video will be able to identify him for us.
Forgive me if you said this. Are you revealing where the DNA was found?
No.
Was it under fingernails?
No, we're not going to reveal that.
That video is from Los Angeles.
That video is from. Yep, that is the suspect leaving the assault that occurred in March in Los Angeles.
It occurred in March of this year.
Yes.
Frankie.
All right. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to say though, the crime that they got on video here This right here, him leaving this young girl's home. This happened in March of this year. And I think the Rachel thing happened of this month. Early this, maybe even a couple weeks ago. It's not been long. I know that. But this is the Hispanic guy. So he may not even be legal. And this was all the way across the country that this happened. So he's a traveler. He's doing this. He's traveling and doing this. And I mean, to look at Rachel, she had, she dressed it. I mean, I'm not blaming her, but she was a beautiful woman. She liked to show her body off and stuff, and she was a trainer, so she would be a very easy target to stalk. Last week in California, an illegal from Guatemala killed an 11-year-old. Oh no, Barbara. That's horrible. Effie Mickey said, "Hi, Miss Daisy. I really like your channel. Watch you every day." Well, thank you and welcome. Welcome to the farm family. If anybody has not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, that like button, and if you've not become a member, if my mods could put out my membership link, that'd be much obliged. Please consider joining the channel memberships. And I also have another channel called Daisy's Farm, and it's just about my farm and my farm animals. I know it's a shame, but this is a footage actually of him back in March of this year leaving this young, somebody in the chat said 14-year-old. They don't specify how old the girl was in California, but he had just, saved this young child. And so evidently the DNA matched back to him from Rachel's case. So it's this guy. Rachel was it Boston? Boston? I looked it up there. Hang on. Let me see here. It's here on the East Coast. Baltimore, I'm sorry. Baltimore. Hartford County, Baltimore. On March 26th, the girl was attacked in March. DNA evidence, homicide place database in Los Angeles. Okay, but they did find her. She went missing on that trail. My husband is from Baltimore. Oh, okay. I wish we could better control our borders. This is turning into assault on U.S. My mom came from Germany. She went through the legal channels. Right. I do too. I wish they would too. Hey, Joyful. Not nothing against Hispanic people or anybody illegal coming into the country. It's just that we're letting criminals in. And thank you, Miss Chewy. There's my membership link if anybody wants to become a member. And little children has been being brought across the border and being left to fend on their own. They're getting in the hands of the wrong people and getting into the human tea. So, yes, Daisy Belair is in between Baltimore and York, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Robin Redmond. Thank you. They're letting anyone cross now. I know. And they're bringing them in on busloads, y'all. And so I'm not saying that any nationality, a certain nationality or anything like that's criminals, but they are letting criminals in when they do let them across the border. And little children from over there in Guatemala and these places are being left alone in the desert to starve and become victims of HT. I mean, it's just really sad. And I really believe that the reason why they can't find this man's DNA is because this man is maybe a legal citizen. He may not be legal. I still like that anybody that likes Biden can block me now. I don't care. Though Rachel had a boyfriend, heard she was still on the dating sites. She could have very well have met him on a dating site. She had 5 children by 3 different men. I'm not judging her. I'm just saying she may have wanted to date around a little bit. She may have met this guy on the dating site, and he could have stalked her at any given time. Problem is they aren't in our system, so things like that, this can't find them. Exactly. Exactly. Diamond said, I live 15 minutes from there. He better not come around my neck of the woods. Have you heard about this? Since you're so close to the area, I'm sure you're pretty familiar with this case, Diamonds. It's pretty scary. It's very, very scary. Um, you know, Not saying because this guy is Hispanic that he's a bad person, because there's a lot of good Hispanic people out here. It's just that there's criminals and all different colors and all different nationalities. And this guy is obviously could be a serial killer. So I can't say it. So dating sites are dangerous. People create false profiles, search for love, makes one vulnerable. Yeah, I seen a catfish video, catfish um show, and this lady was giving all of her money to this guy that was supposed to be this young model. Here she is, like an old woman, and she was giving all her money to this guy that was a young blonde-headed model that wasn't even the real guy. They linked it back to one of those cities. I think it was Guatemala or in Africa, somewhere like that, in another country, and clearly told this lady that this guy was a scam artist and he was not the guy that was on the profile pic. And this lady actually um, continued to give him money and continued to talk to him. Some people never learn. From Nigeria. I actually had an argument with a gun store owner about assault rifles a while back. They said we shouldn't use the term, but I refuse to change the nomenclature of the entire class of firearms. Yeah, I guess so. Frankie said it's not because of being Hispanic, it's because they are not checking people's background because so many are crossing. Exactly, Frankie. Exactly. Hey, Susie Spears. Very sad. Some people are. Yeah. Hey, White Widow baby. The guy in the surveillance video photo is the POI, person of interest, or suspect. I think they even named him as a suspect because in the uh, in the interview they said that he was the potential unaliver. So it's really sad. Hey, Rhonda Lynn, how are you? Yep, they are getting drug kings and bad immigrants. Don't approve of that. Yeah, but unfortunately, what can we do about it? I mean, we don't have control over our own country now, so everything's falling all to pieces. Like they were talking about law enforcement only getting paid $16 an hour in Kingsport, Tennessee. Well, heck, ain't nobody going to risk their life for that. I wouldn't do it. There's no way I'd be a law enforcement officer for $16 an hour and put my life at risk. I'm not far from there, Daisy. I was born in Baltimore City, but don't live in the city, more in the country. It's scary to hope he isn't close to me now. Absolutely. I'm going to bring up another live. Let me take this one down. With Giselle from the um, Grizzly True Crime channel. and I'm going to let y'all see what she has to say. She is actually on the court TV talking about this case. I'm going to let y'all listen a little bit of what she has to say, okay, about this case and the press conference, because she's done a lot of research. She's the bomb.com. She's the girl right there. I really like her.
Is a YouTuber and author covering this case, and she's in the Netherlands this morning. Thanks for joining us, Gisela. This was one of those boyfriend. We see this a lot, where, of course, the people closest to someone missing or dead are under scrutiny. What's your take on this latest information?
I think it's absolutely terrifying, because it's ordinary in these cases to, even the investigators, right? They look at the people closest in that person's orbit. But to think that this is a stranger, essentially. We don't know yet if it was a stalker of some kind or someone who knew from social media, but that a woman can just be on a walk in the forest after a long day and this can happen is absolutely terrifying. And that they have his DNA, and there's some video footage now, but he's still on the loose and traveling across states, apparently. That's terrifying. And they don't have an ID, which is hard to reconcile, but they're working on it. The case got a lot of social media chatter. What are people saying now that the boyfriend is out? Because that was pretty much the theme of most people's input. You know, makes sense. But to your point, this changes the game, and now you do have a predator on the loose. Yes, the public definitely, we were looking at all possible speculations, obviously responsibly. You can't just say this person is the killer. That's not what to do on social media, but just looking at, well, what's plausible? So there was the boyfriend and some ex-boyfriends that had some criminal charges, including domestic violence and battery and stalking and things like that. So that was a concern. But now that we've learned this information, I think a lot of people just that I've seen from my audience are actually in fear, because this person is still running around. He can still commit more crimes. They have not identified him yet. So it really is up to social media and the public now to share this information as much as possible, especially now that the case has gone so viral and internationally. I mean, the Netherlands, there's people from all over the world watching this case. I think it's really important to keep on sharing so that he can be identified as quickly as possible. You just don't know how a little bit of information can go a really long way. Absolutely. One person that recognizes him, his back, you know, that because you just have the profile in his back, but, you know, someone, a loved one, someone who knows him well, will be able to ID him. Let's listen to the chief. He was on with Julie Graham.
I absolutely agree. If somebody knows that person personally, they'll be able to tell it. So we're going to keep that face out there, keep that image out there. Yeah. 7-year-old mother of 5 dead. 37 years old. Okay.
Grant last night talking about the fact that, yeah, it's not the boyfriend.
When this incident first happened, there was a lot of attention, especially on social media, targeting that everybody believed that her current boyfriend at the time was the suspect. We believe this DNA evidence rules him out of that. And so we don't know whether it was random. We have no information as far as our investigation goes that this suspect was known to Rachel or that he knew Rachel. So we're going to err on the side of caution and believe that, and put it out there, that our community needs to be cautious, pay attention to their surroundings. As I said in the press conference, don't be engrossed in your cell phone. Don't have your...
Okay, I want to show you. Look, she was a very attractive woman. She had breast implants. She worked out. I'm pretty sure that he seen her out somewhere and decided to stalk her. So whether or not, I don't know, what he did to her was very, very personal. Like, who does something like that? But nowadays, you never know. You just never know. Look, she almost looks like a Barbie doll in this picture. She almost looks just like a Barbie doll.
Your headphones turned up so loud that you can't hear what's going on around you, and just pay attention to your surroundings. And we're going to have as much deployment out there as possible to try to keep the community safe. But the one thing I want to say is this incident occurred on the Mom Pa Trail, and the incident in LA occurred in a home. So as much as we're keeping the Mom Pa Trail safe, if this guy's still out there in our community, and we don't know if he's still here or he has left, but this type of assault with him could occur anywhere.
Yeah,
I heard them say that they still had the trail open. I'd be damned if I'd be on a trail where a woman was murdered. I'd be very, very cautious about going on that trail if I was them, because that person could still be there on that trail and still, in that area. There's no way I would go on that trail after somebody went missing and then was found in that area in a pipeline. They found her in a pipeline with horrific injuries. There's no way I would go. That's just me, though.
Trail is a very popular one, but the chief's point,
they don't know. They
Gisela,
just
this guy with his past it's not like he's just stalking on trails. He's just he could attack anywhere, and the fact that he was in LA, then Maryland, that opens up the whole country, doesn't it, on some level? The importance of getting the word out is huge.
It absolutely is. And a lot of people also saying with a home invasion, why can't we see him entering the house? But it's a home invasion, so he likely entered through a window. So this is someone that is a violent offender. I will censor it like we do on YouTube, just say it's an essayist, it's someone who's escalating in his behavior, he's going across states. We don't know what other victims could be tied to this suspect. He's a potential serial killer. We don't know that yet. But based on what he did allegedly to Rachel Morin, that is so brutal to completely try to, based on what we heard from the person's father who found her, it was so brutal to try to obliterate her face. It felt so personal. This is why people were speculating, well, there has to be someone that knows her. But to think that this guy allegedly removed her clothes and left her in a tunnel like that that's like posing. It's almost serial killer talk. So I'd be very interested to keep an eye on this. Of course, I hope he's apprehended ASAP, because there could be so many more victims that come forward once we actually have a face and a name, actually.
We don't know if it hasn't been disclosed whether she was sexually assaulted, correct? Or do we?
No, it hasn't. I just wonder with the home invasion and assault, and then them saying they're not going to specify where the DNA was found on her, we could speculate that it's highly likely that there would be for someone like this, that is this impulsive, it seems like. I mean, calculated to some degree, but also impulsive and lying in wait and attacking across states. I mean, we don't know what kind of weapons he had, how he coerces people like Rachel from one location to another. It's scary. It reminds me of the Delphi case a little bit as well, and Eliza Fletcher and so many other cases.
Absolutely. It reminds me of the Delphi case. No doubt about it. Oh, thank you, Blake Screen. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you so much. But yes, it absolutely reminds me of the Delphi murder case, and it's scary and creepy because once again, these young girls in the Delphi, if you're not familiar with the Delphi case, the young girls was going on a walk on a trail. This guy followed them, and there you go. So yeah, it's absolutely reminds me of the Delphi case and other cases as well. And I really like Grizzly True Crime as well too. Hang on.
As well.
Yeah, you're right. And that mystery around Delphi took years to solve. Hopefully that's not the case here, but it's similar in that you had a shot of the suspect, but it's difficult to really zero in. It's almost it's very frustrating. Let's look again at the what we do know about the suspect here is a 5'9", 160 pounds. In March of 2023 in Los Angeles, there was a home invasion. He sexually assaulted a young girl, according to authorities there. His DNA was left at both attacks, and they don't believe there's any relation to Rachel Morin. Here's the chief again talking, and he's basically saying what they're trying to do to identify this person. Take a listen.
you don't know whether he's got ties to the Maryland community where this occurred or not, right?
Right. That's absolutely right. And because of his Hispanic descent, we're working with our Hispanic community leaders here in hopes that maybe they know him or they may be able to help us identify who he is. So, yeah, he could be anywhere right now, anywhere in the country, really.
Yeah, Gisela, to your point earlier, it's terrifying to think that there's someone out there like this. The online community is fascinating because there's so much attention and intrigue with unsolved cases, especially. Is that accurate? That the people around the globe get wind of these stories and they immerse themselves. Talk about the phenomenon that we do have in this true crime community that really is global.
She probably knows about all the crazy, because people run with the stories and make more out of it than what it is. So I'm just new onto this case. I'm very, very interested in it, but man, it's personal, but you gotta be able to keep these people's names out here and keep that being shown. So maybe somebody will recognize it and see, that something's going on. That's a joke to get Daisy's attention. What is it, Auntie Sherry? So let's go ahead and listen to the rest of it.
Yes, I think social media can be a very powerful tool and for law enforcement to use as well. And I think in that way, then people feel like they can really help. And we've often seen that just by sharing information or a clip or sleuthing something. Of course, it can go wrong if one goes too deep down the rabbit holes and conspires and blames people. That's not the point. The point is to remain responsible and focused on the victim and their families, and then to get justice as soon as possible. So I think in these cases, it's about the mystery as well. How could this happen? How could a mother of 5 go to a tanning salon and then the gym and then just go for a walk? I mean, it's such an ordinary thing to do. I go for a walk often in the woods here, in the forest, in the Netherlands, and it's something we can all relate to. And to just think of what happened.
Giselle, don't tell people that you do that. That even though you're in the Netherlands, you never know who's out here listening, and you never know. So you just be very, very careful. Make sure you all don't, when you go, don't go by yourself, or take you a pew with you, or bear spray, or whatever you can to defend yourself.
Her and how she was left is devastating and really scary. So we all generally in my community are trying to learn, well, how did this happen? How can we best protect ourselves? And of course, how can we help? That's what we're trying to do.
All right, Gisela, Kirsten, thank you for joining us, and we all hope and pray that
I'm sorry, guys. I was sitting here talking away and didn't even realize it. Yeah, it's definitely a case where you be careful. You don't go out by yourself. You don't. I mean, I'm not saying it's her fault or anything, but she did dress like a little Barbie doll. Hey, Snow, how are you? And so he probably took notice that, she worked out. She had a little body on her. She looked like a little Barbie doll. So absolutely, let me see. Somebody just sent me something, guys. Oh, they found somebody in California, but I don't know if that's the same guy. Is that the 11-year-old? There was one that somebody just sent me the one from Tinder. Wow. Well, as you see, it happens all the time. So just be careful. Make sure you watch your surroundings, and not let these people. I don't even know, y'all. I don't even know. She's just, I'm not saying that she's dressing inappropriately, but, she did dress provocative a little bit, and that could draw attention. I mean, if you want attention, sometimes it can lead to the wrong attention. As you see here, she's had a breast augmentation and everything else. So she was a beautiful woman, but, that happened. She sure don't look like a mother of 5 to me. She was only 37 years old, and it's really, really sad. Hey, Bella Star, how are you? And the fact of the matter is that she was found in these tunnels here. Right here is where she was found, and the way she was unalived was horrific. Like, it was not good at all. And it's sad because she just was going out to keep, going out for a hike that day. Absolutely was. Miss Daisy, maybe the teenager didn't look like that, so why I heard. That's true. That's very, very true. Oh, thank you, Rocket Girl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat sticker. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you for that. Woohoo! Thank you so much. That helps my channel when I do these lives, you guys. Thank you so much for that. Um, God bless you. I think if you got it, then flaunt it. Men should mind their business and let us women feel good about ourselves. I agree 100%, Miss Snow Snow. But I do believe that that does attract the wrong people sometimes. And I'm not saying this is the case, but you never know. Hey, Miss V. Hey, Tina Bobina. Hey, Barbara Caffel. She was at the wrong place at the wrong time. You think so, Barbara? You think that might be what it is? I don't know. This is the trail she was going down. Maybe he was on that trail looking for victims. Hey, Miss Melanie. And maybe he knew it was secluded, just like in the Delphi. But with the Delphi, I do believe. Hello, Abigail Rose. How are you? With the Delphi case, I do believe this guy had been watching them girls on more than one occasion because he brought a firearm with him, and I think a potential knife. I'm not for sure, but I know that he had a gun because it was on the recording. So maybe they're just hanging out on these trails, seeing who's walking alone. Hey, Patel. So never, ladies, I mean, I'm just saying, just be careful. If you decide to go out and walk by yourself, take something with you or someone with you, and maybe take some kind of protection with you as well. I wonder if it was a random act or was she targeted? Well, that's what I was wondering because it was so personal. When they found her unalived, um, the guy stated that the whole side of the right side of her face had been gone from the brutality to her head and to her face. She should be able to dress any way she wants being victimized. Crime says, was she stalked or victim of chance? Well, the little girl that this guy allegedly attacked in Los Angeles, this guy they stated it was a home invasion on her. But with her, it absolutely had to be stalking of some kind, or I don't know. Maybe with time they'll find out that if she had some more links, especially if she was on other dating sites. I never leave home without my pepper spray. I always have a weapon and my Roddy with me. Of course, a Roddy. You don't want to play with a Roddy, honey. I don't care if she was stark naked. Hey, Nikita! Um, Daisy, did you see the video JLR did? He didn't. He went there and showed the tunnel where she was found and showed her house. No, I did not see that, but here is the tunnel where she is found. That is the tunnel where that she was alleged found, and she was naked and brutally, they said, brutally attacked, almost like a personally. So, God rest her soul. She left behind 5 children. She was a beautiful woman. She looked like a Barbie doll. Um, and these monsters are out here, guys. They are definitely out here. Yanni, they don't want to mess with Yanni. But monsters are everywhere looking. We must be diligent. Yeah. Like I myself, and I'm a big mama, okay? I go in the woods back behind me on a four-wheeler so I can take off on it. But you ain't going to catch me on no trails by myself. Now, I watch too many scary movies. I'm too suspicious. I'm a part of this true crime. We've seen too much. So, I'm not going on no trails. I wear crop tops every day almost. I shouldn't be scared of men for dressing that way. It's sick world. Yes, ma'am, it is. Daisy, I bet the police got that man's footprints. I hope they got the footprints. They're not releasing much information on this case, but it's very spooky case. I mean, is this guy a serial killer? I mean, he attacked a young girl all the way in Los Angeles, and then what? A couple months later, he is coming down, across the United States on the East Coast, and this girl ends up dead. To me, this isn't his first rodeo. I think there's probably more people um, that obviously he doesn't care where he leaves his DNA. Well, they didn't say where they found his DNA, but I can assume opportunity attacks. I'm gonna say she fought back. That's why he did what he did. She was fit and had 5 kids to fight for. So she fought. Absolutely, I believe she did. No doubt women are going to have to start making themselves look unattractive to keep these creeps away nowadays. You're right. You're right. Thank you for gifting. Oh, did Dame gift memberships? I'll have to go see, you guys. I can't see it on this one. Let me see. Thank you guys for letting me know. Hang on just a second. Because I can't see the gifted membership. Oh, thank you, Dame. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see who got the memberships. Thank you for gifting 10 memberships. God bless you. Let's see who got it. Let's see. Okay. So it looks like Nikita got Lady 7 Up got one. Yay. And Nikita and Patel and Gail and Polly Pam and Sherry and Tina Bobina. Thank you so much. And Gracie and D Lucky. Thank you so much, Dame, for gifting those 10 memberships. Woohoo! Thank you so much. God bless you. And thank you for supporting my channel. That means the world to me. Thank you so, so much. The nurse named Lucy Levy. I sure hope. Let's see what Frankie has to say. I will not let my boys out in their own yard unless me or my dad is out there and they are 13. Yeah, I was that way with my girls, Angie. I was that same way with my girls. Still am. Still am, and they're grown, y'all. And Bub. Police are saying if you are in or around the area to lock up and not be alone. There you go, you guys. I'm going to put this guy's picture up here. I'm going to bring up this case again, this thing again, and I'm going to leave the picture up here of this guy so we can find out, potentially, maybe somebody can identify him and, let's see. Let me bring it back up here. Potentially, and I hate these commercials. Let me go back to where they play it. Okay, and I'm gonna bring this up and let you guys see so we can keep it out here for anybody that could potentially identify this guy. It would be much obliged because this is the guy leaving the house in the home invasion where a young girl was attacked. And so, yeah. I got 2 new security cameras this week. Absolutely love them. Absolutely. You have to allow memberships. Kill Beaster. The nurse is in Manchester, England, convicted of 7 deaths but expected to have killed thousands. Oh my goodness, Tina Bobina. Oh my Lord. I love to see everyone green. Daisy works hard and shares her heart. Oh, thank you, Dame. Thank you, and God bless you for that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Lisa said, better to have wisdom than to regret. Protect ourselves in every sense. Wisdom says if a sick man is on the loose attacking people somewhere safe with someone, but let's see, not out about alone because you have the right. Listen, unfortunately, guys, I know we want to be, I don't know. Unfortunately, you guys, we want to be independent women and we want to be safe and we want to go do things, but nowadays we just can't do it. Yeah, the pick you nurse looked so innocent. It said it's sad that those we trust to care for our family turn south. That is very scary. Very, very scary. But it's not only up to us, but it's also up to oh, somebody just sent me a profile picture of him. That's a lot better. Thank you, Debbie. So I'm gonna pull this picture up, okay? Hang on just a second, you guys. I'm blind as a freaking bat. I can't see anything. Hang on, y'all. I'm gonna take this one down. I'm gonna bring up a better picture of him so you all can see. Thank you, Debbie, for sending me that. Hang on, y'all. I cannot see a thing without my glasses on, y'all. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Let me see. Uh, wait a minute. Darn it. Uh, eh. Hang on. Let me find her. Okay. Okay, I found the picture now. This is a better picture of him, and I'm going to bring it up so everybody can see him and know. I mean, I know it doesn't show the face, but it does show him. Oh shit! Hang on. Sorry, I don't want to show that person's profile. So hang on. Uh oh. Darn it. Hang on. I can't see a thing, y'all. These glasses are clouded. Hang on, y'all. Here it is. Darn it. Let me bring it up. I was going to make it bigger. I guess I'll make it bigger before I bring it up. Well, there we go. That's better. So let me bring it up, you guys. Okay, so this is the guy here. The picture that was sent to me from Debbie, that is the guy. And if anybody sees this guy, I mean, it's here. I know it's not a good picture, but it's a picture. And, you know, he's still out there. Hey, Drunk Turkey Show. Hang on, we got some new people coming in here. Hang on. Justice for Summer. Well, hey Eve. Drunk Turkey Show said Harford County Sheriff's Office Facebook as the video, which is clear. Yeah, but this is a closer up picture of it. So that way, he is muscular. It's probably why he could overtake this girl that was very, very fit. She was very fit. I know, I clean my glasses all the time. He sure looks like he weighs more than 165 pounds, that they are saying. He does. I don't know. That ear does kind of look weird, don't it? Because he just assaulted a young girl in this picture. This is him leaving the house after assaulting that young girl. They caught him on the camera. So, yeah, he looks more like 180. I agree. He looks a lot more bigger than just that. So, yeah, if you guys recognize him, or we'll just keep this picture out here and keep showing it. He is indicated. Drunk Turkey Show said, "Thank y'all." I can't read a thing. Yeah, said thank you all. Oh shoot, hang on, y'all. We're doing good, Eve. Let's see. Thank you all. His hairline is back way off. I think he cuts his own hair. He could possibly do it. I think that he's possibly, in my opinion, he's maybe not legal. Hey, Grim Reaper Smile, how are you? Where is the location of what state? Baltimore. He committed the unaliving of this lady in Baltimore, Rachel. But being seen in here, he is leaving a crime scene after just essaying a young child, well, a young girl in California, Los Angeles, California. At one point, even looks like he blows a kiss, but it might be something else. He's holding his shoes and shirt. The shoes are black and white Adidas. Wow, y'all are good, though the video is from Los Angeles. Y'all are good. You crime sleuths, you. I would see definitely dark brown and black hair. He is Hispanic. They did say he's Hispanic. He is a Hispanic man, so yeah, actually people are being good in here tonight, not being too bad, and I'm thankful for that. Because I like to have lives like this, you all. Hairy shoulders and back, yeah. Most definitely, Frig. Oh, let's see. Who's this? Hang on. Daisy, my husband's about to putting a billboard up for summer Utah wells for free. I in Louisville and Lexington. That is awesome, Kiki. If you do that, you have to show me a picture of it and I will send it to Candace. I promise you that. I will send that to Candace. We need her. We need little Summer's face out here everywhere. Hang on, you guys. Um, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yes. Nashville has it. Knoxville needs one. Sevierville needs one. And Kingsport needs one. This guy left without closing the door. He is hateful for hurting that little girl. Well, the little girl, somebody was at the door and shut the door when he was leaving because you could see it in the video. Hey, Jackie O, how are you? Um, Please don't use the age progression photo in it. No, 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 no. I don't think that's a good photo of Summer at all. Neither does Candace think that's a good photo of Summer. Yeah, but she definitely needs some billboards for sure. But this lady here, she needs justice as well. The little girl that was essayed in Los Angeles, California needs justice. Hopefully, this guy will get arrested and they'll get his DNA somewhere. I don't know. I've never been arrested, so I don't know if they do DNA profiles on people they arrest now. Who shut the door? We don't know. We're thinking that maybe it's the young girl that shut the door because it looked like small hands. But it had to just be really, I haven't heard anything about that case. I don't think they're talking about it. I think they're very tight-lipped about the young girl's case. I'm not for sure. That's something I'm not for sure. He's not going to stop until he's caught statistically. Oh no, I guarantee you that Rachel is not his first unaliving victim. I guarantee you. So here's the road right here that she was on. And they have posters of her everywhere. They have everywhere down that trail, they have put posters up of her. And so Daisy maybe cover Maria Gonzalez tomorrow. I've not heard of her. I think it was met up and he went too far. Words was hang on. Word was she pushed him out the door, but obviously not. Okay. I would support billboards for Summer Week. They need to be across the East Coast. I reckon many companies would donate space. The problem is you got to watch though because there's been scam artists out here that stuck up money for Summer's case for billboards and never did put the billboards up or anything. So if you give for billboards, you want to give to a legit place, not just like a YouTuber or something like that because there's so many people out here that does scam. He's a big man. I'd still beat him up. So sad. He targeted a small frame girl. Right, Yanni? I have heard a little about this case. Yeah, it's scary because, like Giselle said, from Grizzly to Crime, you know, it's almost like the Delphi murders, Richard Allen followed them little girls, and Richard Allen admitted to admitted in an interview that he was there that day at uh, the Morin Bridge Trail when them girls went missing, and then there were witnesses that said they seen him walking down the road on the other side of the graveyard coming back from where the girls were found with mud and blood all over his clothes. And all that got swept under the rug and lost in the case file until new eyes came in, a cold case, I guess, or new law enforcement or something came in and re-looked at the case and found those interviews, that witness statement, and found the interview with him. And then they went back and found the gun shell and all that linked back to Richard Allen. And that's how they found out that he was the actual man, the bridge man that took the girls and unalived them. It would be nice if the little girl's house had cameras inside the house to see his face. I know, because, it didn't show much, did it? It would be nice if he'd have had a tattoo or something, too. That man looks like he works out at the gym somewhere. Yeah, he does. He absolutely does. Let me take that membership thing down so you guys can see a better look at his pants and his profile because we need to keep his face out here for justice for this young girl, this young mother of 5. It just happened to have a bucket of water. There is one digital, sorry, in Kingsport with Summer on it. I wasn't sure if you knew about it or not. If you didn't, just wanted to let you know. I have not seen that, Eve. I've been all through Kingsport, even the one that I found on the back road in Bulls Gap, and I'll show you that, even though this case isn't about Summer. This life isn't about Summer. I want to show you. I drove to Bulls Gap the other day, and they had changed this billboard that was on the side of the road. They had made it Terry Law Firm now, so it's not there anymore. So they really need to put more billboards up of that baby. That's awesome, Kiki. All the local gyms should be sent this. I agree. Absolutely. I agree 100% that the local gyms should be sent that. 100% I agree. And it's a shame, she probably did fight for her life. He would have had to. Well, the guy that was interviewed said that he thought she was unalived at a different location and drug into that because there was a trail of blood from her head to from like outside of the tunnels that she was brought into. And I'll show you that right here because I did clip that and put it right here. This is the tunnels that they found her in, and they said that there was a trail of blood um, that was from the outside in, like she had been drugged there, like she'd been unalived in a different place and then drugged to this area. So it's really sad. You could see the highway is right up there. So she was just yards from the highway. But that's how fast things can happen, you guys. Who's gonna do it for? Oh, they're gonna put it up for free. That's awesome, Kiki. Definitely keep us posted on that, Kiki, for sure. If they're gonna put that up for free, because I will show it, because we really really need more little summer stuff out here for sure. Those tunnels remind me of the movie. The what? The movie It? The movie It. I believe that's what she's trying to say. I know it's kind of creepy, ain't it? That perpetrator is an animal. Is that area remote? Well, it was on a hiking trail, but you can see there is a road up above it. So I'm not for sure about the place where they found her. They dragged her from the trail she was running on. Okay, it's what I thought. Hey, Danny, how are you? They should hit up the barber shops. A barber would recognize him. Absolutely, Danny. Absolutely. Sorry, Miss Daisy, interrupting your chat. Did not mean to do that. I just heard you talking about Summer's Bilbo. You're fine. You're fine, Eve. You're absolutely fine. My husband gave them all the information about Summer Moon Utah Wells from Hawkins County, Tennessee. I do want to say that there is another missing woman in Kingsport, Tennessee, and there is some creators out there searching for her. And I do want to say kudos to them. Everything except the part where that creator was one of those creators was one of them that attacked Don and Candace and caused them to lose their job. And she was fussing at another creator for hurting a mother of a missing child. But that was kind of hypocritical to me. She attacked poor Candace so badly, and then she wants to gripe at another creator for attacking another. I just don't see it. I mean, why not be, if you're going to support one mother of a missing person, why not support them all? Hey, Mr. Yanni Gonzalez, look what the cat drug in. Mr. Ronald for 2024. Ronald McDonald for president. Jane said, Sweet D, really, that would be great for him. I didn't see what she said. But yeah, but anyways, kudos to those two creators that is helping this family. Much obliged to them. I'm all for helping families, and it looks to me like they really do need some help. So yeah, she put up Summer Wells' video today, Daisy. I hope she didn't go bother them today. I don't think she did. I think I did see her at Warriors Park, but how are you feeling, Mr. Yaney? Absolutely. But I can't come at her for going and bringing attention to that case in Kingsport, because that family does need all the help that they can get. You know, Gravel Geeks has a nice video of the billboards that shows the Amber Alert. Okay. Let me take this picture down. That's kind of creepy. And show this picture of this guy. Can you post Can's channel link? Yes. Let me see if I can grab that channel link. Can. Let me see if I can find it. I'll put it right here. URL. And then I'll put it out in the chat for Candace. There you go. There's Candace's channel linked. But yes, this is a very scary case. Doing great. My wife treats me like a baby, but I'm fine. Well, you better appreciate that, Mr. Yanni. Having a woman that treats you like a baby. I hope you start feeling better, Mr. Yanni. Hey, always late. How are you? Let's see what time it is. Okay. I'm fine, Ronald. But yeah, you all, let's just keep this family in the prayers. Hopefully they'll find out more information about this guy. Yeah, that is one I'm talking about. Okay. I went looking for the link. Oh, I found it and put it out there. Okay, thank you for subscribing to Candace's channel. I do have a new channel myself. It's called Daisy's Farm. Right here's the link. If anybody has not subscribed, would you consider subscribing to that channel if you've not become a member of the Critters Crime Family membership? Please consider joining the membership. We talk a lot about a lot of things on here, and behind the scenes, you'll be seeing my a lot of my farm animals and all that. So there you go. And I do want to say this. Well, I'm not going to say it on this channel. This one right here, we'll talk about it on another channel. Is anyone local or around the area in chat? Just make sure your doors are locked and don't go into your car without checking first. Absolutely do not do it. Absolutely do not do that. Watch out for this guy. I'm not saying that it's all Hispanic people, but this guy is, I believe, could possibly be not a legal citizen. I don't know. It's just speculation. Here's my channel membership. If anyone wants to consider being a channel member, it'd be much obliged. I love Daisy's Farm. I love the fur babies. I support and help to feed them. It's expensive. Oh, thank you, Dane. Thank you. God bless you. You're so sweet. God bless you. Hey, they're not all my fur babies. They're y'all's fur babies too. Let's see. Eve says I have already subbed to Candace's channel when she was out with it. Okay. Ronald McDonald said the best part of Daisy other channel is no mods. Ronald approved. There you go, Ronald McDonald. I read that her chat and her boyfriend has been to the gym. Then later she went to the trail for a walk. I wonder if he stalked her from the gym. You know what? I never thought about that, Brown Bear. You could absolutely be right about that. That could definitely be something. Yeah, she was a very young mother. I think they said her oldest child was 18 years old. From 8 to 18. So she had a lot of children, but making dinner and listening. Okay, that sounds good. So, guys, I've been on here an hour and 26 minutes. I think I'm going to end this live stream now about Rachel Morin, and I may come on in about 45 minutes and have a regular chat. We can talk about summer. We can talk about a lot of other things. I just don't want to bring a lot of that into this case because I want to have this live just focusing on Rachel and looking for her and finding justice for her and her children. But I will be coming back on for a later night chit chat with you guys. So if y'all have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned. I will be back, guys. I promise I'll be back tonight. We'll do a late night chit chat with Daisy, Cal, and the fam. Okay? But I don't want to bring all that stuff to this case because this is a separate case. And so you guys just keep these faces. If you live near this area, keep your doors locked. Be aware of your surroundings. Learn jiu-jitsu. Get you a pew-pew. Get you a rockweller. Hell, get you a set of geese. That's all you need, some darn geese. Nobody won't come around you. No, I'm just kidding. But you all, I will be back after a while. I'm going to end this live because I want this live to be about her. I will be back for a generalized chit-chat in a little while, maybe. You never know what's going to happen in these late nights. So I want to say thank you guys. God bless you guys. Prayers for this family. And good night, everybody. Bye.